Hey guys! Oh, there he is. Dexter's barking. Of course, I never have the dog here, but of course he's barking. Come here, what's this? What's this?
So this is going to go well.
Yeah, of course, as soon as I start talking like this, the dog starts barking. Anyway, welcome to Best Days Vintage, sustainable vintage, feel-good prints and positive well-being. That's us. Steve and Jez from Best Days of the Vintage.
Founders, if you will.
Yep.
The founding forefathers. Two fathers.
In the world, the age we are now, 40-year-old gentlemen that we are, lived a little bit. Oh.
Yeah, you've given away our ages again.
Of course.
I hate it when you do that.
I know, you know what?
I wear a cap. I could pass for 28. And I do.
Yeah. You all remember Dexter the dog, there he is, little tosser.
Yeah. I think he was barking at my... I could pass for 28.
So, Jez, 28-year-old Jez Dixon.
Yeah.
John Repeater Dixon. I want to ask you, what advice would you be giving 19-year-old Jez Dixon now about following your dreams? That links after the podcast we've just done, which is all about following your dreams.
With Mr. Connor Finch.
With Mr. Connor Finch. So I thought it'd be nice to
Yep.
I thought it'd be nice to ask that question to us.
Well, his chosen field, of course, is acting.
Connor Finch, or
Yep.
just 19?
Connor Finch.
Okay, Connor Finch.
I was in a similar field. When I was 19, I was taking a year out and deciding to go to university, and I was going through a phase where I thought I wanted to be a screenwriter. I wanted to write scripts for movies, motion pictures, the talkies, if you will. And so I went to university, and I say university in a very loose sense of the word. It wasn't the most prestigious of colleges, was it, Steve?
No, it was not.
But, and here's the key thing, I was following my dream, and even though it turned out I didn't even want to be a screenwriter, about 6 months later, it set me on a path which then led me to, most importantly, meeting you. Yep. One of those sliding door moments.
Yep.
If I hadn't met Steve, I wouldn't have joined the band that we formed, which we then kind of defined the whole of our 20s, essentially. Then we wouldn't have set up this business, which has essentially defined our 30s. Mm-hmm. And so, for me, following my dream was kind of the best thing I could do. And if I was given, I mean, I should have worked harder. That's the advice I'd give 19-year-old Jez. If you did really want to work in screenwriting, you should have practiced a lot more and just got better and better at it by, repetition. Just done more of it. But it did. By chasing my dreams, essentially, it did set me on the path which has led me to where I am today.
That you think that is part of the Failed Rockstar Club ethos, isn't it? It's if you only fail if you don't try.
Yeah.
And as a young person, 19-year-old Jez had the world at his feet. Any opportunities to be able to do what you wanted, follow your ideas, your dreams. And I think that one thing that I would like to tell 19-year-old Jez is to stop masturbating so much.
Okay.
But apart from that, I would like I'd like to say that it's about kind of graft and hard work, right? And being kind and being a good person. And I think that we really believe in that idea that you have to kind of put the work in. You have to kind of believe, and it's not going to come overnight. These things, anything worthwhile, takes a long time to build up. This business, we've been going for 6.5, nearly 7 years now, and we're still really at the beginning of our journey.
And I think for me, that's the sort of pursuit of happiness, I guess. What makes most people happy, what makes us happy, I guess, is doing something that you've worked hard for, and for it to succeed. There's no better feeling than that.
Yeah.
And I mean, 19-year-old Jez, you couldn't tell him that. Even though I probably, everyone was telling me, you just got to work hard, get your head down, work hard. You don't take that in at that age. No. I think boys especially struggle, I think because we're immature, emotionally at that time.
Yeah.
And I still was 10 years later, but I think girls are a lot better at, this is generalising obviously, at taking that on board and actually thinking about the future and, really working hard. Whereas boys, I think it takes them longer to realise that. There's obviously exceptions, but that's what I would have told myself.
So I think in conclusion then we'll say don't give up, work hard and think long term, because it's not going to happen overnight. So don't give up if it's not happening straight away, and it's part of a journey.
Yeah, exactly, because what seems like your dream at one stage might lead you to other avenues that might turn out, in fact, to be what your true goal is.
Okay, thank you very much, and thank you guys.
Hope you're staying safe. Look after yourself.